Alright guys, today I'm going to be giving an illustrated presentation over the Hobart 2912 Automatic Deli Meat Slicer. It's going to be over its cost, functions, reliability, and more. If I still am a little bit off, please forgive me. I'm a little bit under the weather, but we're going to go ahead and just keep with it. So the cost for one of these, the highest cost that I've found, that'll run you about $3,995, and the lowest would be $1,399.99. Now, the biggest thing with these is new or old. You want to buy old. You want to buy used. These deli meat slicers are extremely long lifespan if they're well taken care of and well maintained. So that means that if you buy used and it's good, not only will it be a little bit cheaper, so you'll be looking more close to that lowest value, might not be exactly the 1399 to 1400, might be a little bit higher than that, but you're still gonna find a lower price range than the 3900 option. So its design, it's a very basic design. You have a sharpener at the top of your blade and a deflector, which allows the meat that's cut to be angled down and fall into your underneath tray right there that you see. So you have the carriage tray support arm, the carriage tray, and the fence. Those three there are what hold the meat, and you just grab the handle and you just move it along the plane. You just over and over and over. It's got a weighted grip, which is what you see hanging off to the side near the top on the right, that allows weight to be distributed onto whatever you're cutting. So it will allow the meat to have pressure being put up against it. That way you don't have the meat flying around loosely in the tray, because that's how accidents happen. So some of the cool features that you get with this slicer is a 6-speed automatic function. You will see a little lever on the bottom near the bottom front that you can switch to automatic mode. What this does is you have to have the tray completely pulled back towards you, towards the knobs, and then it will start to slice automatically at whatever speed you set it with via the turning dial directly next to that little lever. And you're able to just get so much done during that. It's so nice. You're able to cut things so much more efficiently because, it's cutting for you. Close to stop. If you mess with the dial to adjust the blade height, which is the dial you see, the big clunky dial you see directly near the bottom of the machine, with the little silver screw on the end of it. If you mess with that dial in the middle of cutting, the machine will automatically shut off. This is a safety feature because, you're adjusting how much of that blade that you see is being exposed. That's a lost finger, a lost appendage. You don't want that. You also have the lift lever, which can tilt your machine up and hold it so you can clean up under it. It's got the multiple size selector. It goes up to about 60 different sizes, I believe. It's really, really nice. So as I said, you put the meat into the carriage tray. You grab a hold of your carriage handle after you've used your index knob uh, to adjust your cut size. You bring the carriage all the way back towards you, pull the switch knob towards you, and that blade will start spinning. And you just put your hand on top of the meat grip, pushing down, and you just grab the carriage handle and the meat grip, and you just push forward over and over, sliding it along the blade. Safety, keep your fingers clear of the blade. I can attest to this. It's not fun. So cleaning, disassembly is extremely easy. You turn that little knob there, it takes the blade guard off. Then you just get a paper towel, put it in between the little blade, and just clean it all the way around. That lever, you lift that up and you're able to clean up under the machine. Again, it's super, super simple. Very easy to clean, very, very versatile. So, pros compared to other models is the safety. It has a home start position. As I said, you have to have the slide fully pulled back towards you or else it won't stop. It won't start, rather. This is to ensure that you don't cut yourself. The ring gauge, which is this plate that you see here, protects you from the blade. And then the knob on this plate, which is the gauge interlock, will not allow any part of the machine to operate unless it is specifically clicked in with the rest of the mechanism. The cons is the higher cost. It's definitely more expensive. It has a lack of specialty accessories. Let's say like a serrated type blade, a jagged edge type blade, different unique accessories. But it's an extremely efficient machine. You don't necessarily need all of that. It's a bit of a heavier model too. It's a very, very, very heavy piece of equipment, but that's just because it's a big industrial kitchen piece of equipment. So, personal experience. I was gone for quite a bit of time during April. This is April, correct? Yes, during the beginning of April, and I ended up cooking at the Masters tournament in Augusta, Georgia. There, I got the privilege to use these machines very, very well, very intimately, very closely. I might have used this machine, gosh, over those 11 days. I used the Hobart slicer at least 600 times in terms of different things that I cut on it. That's not to count each individual slice. I truly, truly love it. I did cut myself once on it. That was because of my own misuse of the equipment. The convenience of this is extremely awesome. I mean, you could just start this thing up. All you got to do is plug it in, pull it back, pull the knob, you're ready to go. It's just convenient, it's fast, it's quick, it's not big and clunky. Its adaptability is really awesome. It can cut more than meat. All of these slices of tomato that you see on these trays were actually cut by that slicer. And it can cut tomatoes, it can cut onions, it can cut radish, daikon, any kind of meat, cheese. It can cut pretty much anything, and it's an extremely adaptive and versatile machine. So again, mentioning versatility, you can cut more than meat. So vegetables, dairy, uh, pretty much anything that you would want to cut, you can cut with this machine. The different speed settings. I didn't talk about them, but the thing with speed settings is you have to be careful with them. If you put it too fast, depending on what you have on the slicer, it'll start flying around, and next thing you know, whatever you're cutting gets ejected off of that plate straight forward and into a trash can or on the floor. Next thing you know, you got to throw it away. You might have a finger fly off if you have a speed and you stick your fingers in the machine and it knocks your finger. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. I now have a lost finger and blood is all over the place. It happens. So, the speed knob you use very sparingly. If you keep it on a lower speed and you just keep track with it, it's very, very nice. The cuts are extremely smooth. This blade is polished and sharpened every single time it moves by that little box you see up there, right near the knob, the blade gauge knob, the little tray that went on top of it that I showed you earlier, that knob that interlocks. That box up there is a sharpener. Every time this blade turns, it is constantly getting sharpened. So it's always going to get an extremely sharp edge, an extremely efficient edge. It will always cut smooth. And because it has that bevel at the back side of the blade, any meat that or protein or anything that's cut will go straight and then be directed down without breaking whatever you're cutting. It's just smooth like butter. It's so beautiful. Uh, in summary, it has an incredible lifespan if you maintain it properly. Uh, don't misuse it. Keep good, maintain track of it. Just take care of your equipment, and this can last you like multiple lifetimes. I mean, uh, the slicers that we've had at the Masters, they've been there for, gosh, I don't know how long, like maybe 5 years. They can last for quite a while. Like I said, the easy use, it just plug it in, pull it back, pull the knob, choose your size, put your meat or cheese or radish, whatever you want, and just start going at it. It's quite easy. And adaptability, again, more than just meat. It's a deli meat slicer that can cut more than just meat. How awesome is that? Oh, yeah, I have to slice all these tomatoes. Well, stick it on there. It'll do it way quicker, way faster. Just be careful not to cut yourself, please. It's an excruciating experience. I speak from experience. And this is everything. So we got a official Hobart manual, which is a good resource. And then I used for my notable source for pricings, Northern Pizza Equipment. They use Hobart machines that they've re-industrialized and basically made them nice and pretty and re-market standardized to go back on sale. And that is my illustrated presentation for you guys. Hope you learned something. Hope I've encouraged you to try and buy one of these. They're very awesome. And that's going to be all for it today.